Hi everyone. So I want to first off apologize about not having a video last week. It was really just insanely gorgeous. I didn't want to be indoors trying to do a video. I wanted to really be outside getting some sun. I'm not that big into vanity, but in all honesty, my favorite summer activity is sitting in a chair outside, reading a book, and eating sunflower seeds. So that is what I did all day. And it was one of the most relaxing things next to taking a bath. Um, I am obsessed with Lush. If you've honestly never heard of the company, go to lush.com right now. Hopefully, they send me some free products, throwing their names out there. Just kidding. But so I did that, and I think the other thing that was preventing me from doing a video is I was actually really depressed last week. And I know it was really stupid to be depressed. I stepped on the scale and I'd gained a pound. I went from 226.5 to 227.5. And I knew it was muscle. I knew I'm gaining muscle with the running, with the bike riding. So I knew I couldn't get too hard on myself and I should probably start doing measurements. The whole psychological effect, though, when you step on a scale and all of a sudden it says something higher than what you were the week before and you're working out, it throws you into this whole spiraling, uncontrollable, what the hell type deal. So I'm going to work on not getting too upset over the scale. It's something I've been working on for like the last year. I know all of my friends are telling me to stop being stupid because the scale's a lying piece of shit. And it really is. The scale is a lying piece of shit. You step on it, it'll tell you one thing. You'll step on it again 2 minutes later, it'll tell you something else. So really, it is a lying piece of shit. I did step on the scale today. I haven't done the measurements just because I'm really scared about measuring myself. I don't know if it will help me personally, emotionally. We'll see. I'm probably still going to do it. But I stepped on the scale today and I weighed 224. So I have lost weight. And actually legitimately am now going down. I can see I'm shrinking. My thighs don't look like cottage cheese anymore. And that's with the running a mile every night after work or riding my bike, apparently 2 miles to Derek's house. Didn't know it was 2 miles. I honestly legitimately thought it was just 1 mile. So I didn't think I was doing that good of a workout. But no, it's 2 miles. And I tend to take the path to his house that legitimately is up, down, up, down, up, down. There's very little flat to his place on this route I take. So I'm constantly going up a hill or going down, and then on the way back, the hills are steeper. So I'm constantly really working my thighs out and core. Come wintertime, I'm going to do some burpees. For those who were around last year, I did a burpee 3K and failed. I got up to 1,700 burpees and stopped. I'm not going to this time. I'm going to do some more burpees. That's going to be my winter goal. My summer goal is running. My winter thing is going to be burpees because I won't run on a treadmill. We've discussed this. I think treadmills are really fucking boring. I kind of had a heart-to-heart with myself on Sunday. I was lecturing myself as I was driving over to Derek's. I drove because I had to work in the morning. If I don't have to work in the morning, it's really much easier with the bike. And, I was bloated. I just had 2 hot dogs on the grill. Love burnt hot dogs. Oh my god. And I was lecturing myself about how I can't let myself quit because I didn't run last week. Between my hip hurting again and, in all honesty, just being lazy, I didn't do my running like I wanted to, like I should have. I did ride my bike. I got at least a few good miles on my bike, but I didn't run, so I broke my own promise. So I was really down on myself, really lecturing myself about how I can't revert back to the old ways of, well, I'll run tomorrow. Well, I'll make it up tomorrow. Blah, blah. I also lectured myself about how I'm really good at being on Weight Watchers during the week. Come Saturday and Sunday, Weight Watchers kind of out the door a little bit. You have to have a cheat meal. It's honestly that simple. If you don't have a cheat meal, you're going to go crazy. And I do have a cheat meal. I do cave in and have a piece of chocolate every now and then. I'm a firm believer in getting the craving over with. This last weekend, though, I took it a little too far. I had a couple sodas. Squirt was just really, really good. And so I'm going to stop cheating on the weekends so much. I know with that being said, you're all looking at me like, oh, you're going to cheat the 4th. Well, yeah, I'm going to cheat this weekend. It's a given. It's the 4th of July. I'm going to be up at the lake all weekend, but I'm not going to cheat to the point where I lose myself completely. I'm going to have a beer or 2 or 3. Yeah, I'm old enough. I can drink. So I want to get to the rules. I really know I wanted to kind of go with the accept major challenges. I don't really think I want to go with that rule, though, right now, because the biggest thing I think we need to go over is the stress. I think the stress is probably the biggest importance. Stress causes people to do stupid things. It always has. For me, personally, stress has caused me to get depressed and have comfort food, which is why I'm so heavy. I didn't do this damage overnight. I'm not going to fix it overnight. So, look at that. It does fall into a rule. Ha! Okay, you will... wait, no. This is not overnight changes. It's something I firmly believe in. It took me 6 years to get to 220 pounds. I really hope it's not going to take me 6 years to get to 160. It's not. I won't let it. But you have to be able to accept yourself in a way to where you believe that you can do it. You're loving yourself and accepting who you are is really going to help you understand the fact that you didn't do this to yourself overnight. So you can't expect results from the first run. Which does play into, the depression last week of gaining that pound, which was muscle. I have to personally get a lot better with this rule myself, because there's going to be times I'll step on that scale where I haven't lost. And it might be weeks where I won't lose a pound. And I have to accept that it's going to happen. I'm going to plateau. I'm going to have to work even harder. Just because I plateau doesn't mean I have to give up. I didn't do this to myself overnight. So I can't expect it to just instantly change. You're constantly working on yourself. You have to understand that you're going to take time. You're going to fuck up. You're going to fail at a day. That's okay. I mean, you spend years doing something else and completely hurting what you are, essentially. Not what you personally are, but, your weight, your stress, your insides. And you have to understand that none of what I'm doing is going to change overnight. And you guys are going to see that. On my Facebook, I'm actually going to post my before photos. I took a few pictures last year of what I looked like before I joined Weight Watchers, before I started really, truly believing in the fact that I can do anything I put my mind to. And yeah, I'm going to be really, really embarrassed by these photos, because you're going to see how I totally let myself go. But it's another way to show myself that that girl in those photos, that heavy-setted girl, it took her from high school to a year ago to do that damage. My changing my structure of how I'm working out, my changing of eating right, it's going to take time. I'm going to fail. But the difference between failure and getting back on the horse and then just giving up are two completely different sides. Failure is legitimately not getting back on. I am a firm believer that you only fail if you don't try something. So sitting on the couch all the time. But there's the other side of failure of, fucking up during this whole ordeal. Yeah, last week I went to Granite City, or not last week, 2 weeks ago. Went to Granite City with the boyfriend, and I had some Idaho nachos. Most delicious things in the world. You live in the Sioux Falls area, you've never had them, go to Granite City, try them. And it was premeditated, pre-planned. I really wanted Idaho nachos. That was my cheat meal. It filled me up for the rest of the day. And I have to understand that there's going to be days like that. Yes, it in a sense it is a failure, but it's still a success because I'm not letting that one meal destroy everything I've worked for, everything I'm still working for. And that's the big thing that you have to understand. I mean, yes, change isn't just instantaneous. You can't go, oh, I'm going to be really, really popular tomorrow. Good luck. Anyone in high school or middle school or grade school, you want to be popular, you have to start implementing things in other people's heads about you. So that's not just a one-day deal either. You're not just overnight popular. Unless you're one of the really lucky people. But they don't count. I'm talking about the person who starts in the dirt and goes up the ladder. That's who I am. Right now I'm starting in the dirt. I'm fixing my rock bottom. And I'm crawling up that ladder. It's a slow pace. Because, crawling up ladders, you sometimes need endurance. But by the end of this, I will be flying up that ladder. That's my hope. And anyone who wants to disagree, share your comments of why you're disagreeing with me. Let me know. I want to know your opinions. This isn't a successful case study without you guys. So, again, thanks for watching all of this. Thanks for listening to my everything. And thanks for dealing with the emotional roller coaster I'm going to be going through. See you all next Wednesday when I discuss the fact that I failed the whole weekend. And back on the roller coaster of exercising. Because I'm going to run. I have to find my other tennis shoes. My chiropractor yelled at me. So, I'm going to go find my other pair of tennis shoes. If you're running, seriously look into Asics running shoes. They are the most comfortable things. And don't lose them because your chiropractor gets really mad at you. See you all next week. Have a happy 4th of July. And remember, love yourself, accept who you are, and the changes are not going to happen overnight. Have a good one.